What if I told you that stepping foot on Saturn would mean your instant death? Not from the cold, not from the distance, but from something far worse. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the terrifying science of Saturn and the nightmare scenario of how you would meet your end the moment you touch down. You might think you know the dangers of space, but what you're about to discover is beyond what most people even imagine when they think of the dangers lurking in the cosmos. Scientists have uncovered chilling truths about Saturn's environment that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about our solar system. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the answer to that gut-wrenching question you didn't even know you had. How would you die on Saturn? And why does this planet, known for its beauty, hide one of the deadliest secrets in the universe? You're going to find out, but first let's break down the mind-blowing science behind why Saturn could turn into a death sentence faster than you could even blink. Trust me, this isn't something you'll want to miss. Keep watching, because I'm about to take you through the terrifying facts step by step that will leave you questioning the true dangers of space exploration. But be warned, once you know, you won't be able to forget. The shocking truth is just around the corner. Stay with me. As the sun sets over Earth millions of light years away, on the far edge of our solar system, Saturn quietly spins in the dark void of space. Known for its stunning rings, Saturn has long been a symbol of beauty and mystery. But what if I told you that the very thing that makes Saturn so mesmerizing also makes it one of the deadliest places in the universe? The scientists who have studied this gas giant for decades have uncovered something terrifying. Something that you wouldn't believe could exist in the vast emptiness of space, but it's as real as the stars themselves. Most people think of the cold, uninhabitable conditions in space as the biggest threat to a human's survival. But Saturn is not like the Moon or Mars. It's not a matter of surviving without air or freezing temperatures. No, Saturn is far more sinister than that. It's a place where your body would be crushed, your skin burned, and your organs liquefied in ways that would make even the bravest astronaut think twice. Scientists have spent years trying to piece together the mystery of Saturn's environment. They've sent probes, like the famous Cassini mission, which spent over 13 years orbiting the planet, sending back incredible data. But what Cassini revealed was only a fraction of what lies beneath the surface of the planet. The more we learned, the more terrifying it became. Imagine a planet with an atmosphere so thick and dense that it can literally crush anything that dares enter it. No human could survive the journey through its suffocating cloud layers. Not even advanced technology, like the probes we send, would be safe from the violent forces within. But here's the kicker. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of Saturn's true power. The deeper we go into the science, the more questions arise. What is it about Saturn that would make a quick death on its surface seem like a mercy? And why does this planet, which has intrigued scientists for centuries, hold such a dark and terrifying secret? To truly understand how you would meet your end on Saturn, we need to go back to basics. Let's talk about Saturn's atmosphere, the very thing that would kill you before anything else. Saturn's outer layers are made up of gases like hydrogen and helium, which are harmless enough in small quantities, but in the atmosphere of a gas giant, things get deadly fast. As you descend into Saturn's atmosphere, the pressure increases exponentially, and the air becomes more dense and oppressive. The further you go, the more you would feel your body being squeezed, as if some unseen hand was slowly crushing you. It's not like anything you've ever felt. As the pressure builds, your lungs would begin to collapse, your blood would start to boil, and your organs would slowly break down under the immense force. It's a horrifying fate that you couldn't escape from, no matter how much technology you had on your side. But what's even more terrifying is that it happens quickly, much faster than you could ever prepare for. It's not a slow death, it's instantaneous. And the worst part, you wouldn't even have time to scream. But what about the surface of Saturn? Surely, you might think, if we could somehow land on its solid core, there might be a chance for survival. That's where the next layer of mystery comes in. Saturn is a gas giant. It doesn't have a solid surface like Earth or Mars. So the question remains, where do you go once you hit the planet's atmosphere? Do you ever reach the core? The deeper scientists have looked into Saturn's structure, the more they've realized just how much we don't understand. The truth is, Saturn might not even have a traditional core at all. Some experts believe that the planet's innermost layers could be made up of superheated liquid metal and hydrogen, creating an environment that would melt anything that tried to get too close. No human body could withstand the conditions, even if we could somehow protect ourselves from the pressure. So, it's not just the atmosphere that would kill you. It's the entire structure of the planet that's designed to destroy anything that dares venture too close. But the deeper you dig, the more questions arise. What would happen if you could somehow survive the crushing pressure and the intense heat? Could you endure the journey deeper into Saturn's mysterious layers? Or would you face a more insidious fate, one that no one could have predicted? The answer lies in the unknowns of Saturn's core, a place so mysterious that even the most advanced space missions have only hinted at its true nature. Could there be a hidden force within Saturn that we don't yet understand? Something far more dangerous than anything we've imagined? As you start to grasp the magnitude of Saturn's danger, you can't help but feel a growing sense of unease. What if, out there in the darkness, there's more to Saturn than anyone could ever have anticipated? Are we really prepared for the dangers of deep space exploration? Or are we just scratching the surface of a much darker reality? The truth might be more horrifying than you could ever imagine. Keep watching, because the deeper we go into the mystery of Saturn, the more we uncover, and the more terrifying it becomes. And as we explore these revelations, just remember, once you know, there's no turning back. The nightmare of Saturn is just beginning. As we continue to peel back the layers of Saturn's terrifying secrets, something becomes even more unsettling. It's not just that Saturn is a gas giant with extreme conditions that would lead to certain death. No, there's something far more sinister at play here, something lurking beneath the planet's smooth, gaseous surface. It's easy to assume that we understand the basics of Saturn, given our years of observation and data from space probes. But what if I told you that everything we've thought about Saturn could be wrong? That in the pursuit of knowledge, we've overlooked the one factor that could make Saturn not only deadly, but a force unlike anything we've encountered before in the universe? You see, scientists have spent decades studying Saturn's rings, its atmosphere, and its magnetic field. But in doing so, they've missed the one thing that could change everything. Something so horrifying it could explain why Saturn is more than just a planet. It's a ticking time bomb waiting to be unleashed. Imagine for a moment that Saturn has always been a trap, not for us, but for something much more dangerous, something that has been silently lurking in the shadows of the solar system, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I know what you're thinking. How could something like that exist hidden in plain sight all this time? But the more we dig into Saturn's strange anomalies, the more it starts to make sense. A few years ago, researchers studying Saturn's powerful magnetic field began to notice strange readings, unusual patterns that couldn't be easily explained. These weren't your typical fluctuations caused by solar winds or cosmic radiation. No, these were something far more deliberate, and that's when the true nature of Saturn began to reveal itself. Could it be possible that Saturn's magnetic field is not just a natural occurrence, but something engineered? Something designed to hold a deep, horrifying secret at its core? What if Saturn isn't just a planet, but a mechanism, a weapon of sorts, created to keep something locked away? Something so dangerous that even the combined forces of the solar system's most advanced technology can't get close enough to uncover it. That's the question that has been haunting scientists, and now it's your question too. Are we dealing with a planet, or are we dealing with an ancient and powerful force, one that's been kept at bay for millions of years? But here's the twist that's going to blow your mind. While we've been obsessing over Saturn's deadly atmosphere, its magnetic fields, and its core, we've completely overlooked another crucial aspect: its moons. You've probably heard of Titan, one of Saturn's most well-known moons, which has long fascinated scientists with its thick, methane-rich atmosphere. But there are dozens of other moons that orbit Saturn, each one with its own peculiarities, each one holding mysteries that could answer questions we never even thought to ask. What if these moons were created with a specific purpose, each one acting as a guard to protect something hidden on Saturn itself? It's a chilling thought, but it fits with the evidence we've gathered so far. The more we learn about Saturn, the more it feels as if the planet has been constructed, not as a natural entity, but as a carefully crafted trap, designed not to just kill, but to keep something locked away from prying eyes. What if the moons are not natural satellites, but artificial constructs placed there to monitor Saturn's surroundings and prevent anyone from uncovering what's truly hidden beneath its surface? Now you might be thinking, this sounds like science fiction, but stay with me, because the pieces are starting to fall into place. Take a look at the way Saturn's moons move. They don't follow typical orbital patterns like other moons in our solar system. In fact, many of them are in highly irregular orbits, with speeds and trajectories that can't be easily explained by gravitational forces alone. This could indicate something more profound at play, something that might be protecting Saturn from any outside interference. Some experts believe these moons could be remnants of an ancient civilization, one that understood the power of Saturn and sought to keep its dangerous secrets from escaping. It's a theory that sounds far-fetched, but the more we dig, the more it starts to make sense. Could Saturn be the final resting place of a forgotten race that once controlled unimaginable power? And if so, what could we possibly be unleashing? If we continue our exploration of this gas giant, the stakes are higher than ever. What started as an exploration of Saturn's inhospitable atmosphere and deadly conditions has now evolved into something much darker. As we piece together these cryptic signs, the picture of Saturn as a planet begins to shatter. It's no longer just a planet we can't land on. It's a place that holds secrets so dangerous that they could change everything we know about the universe. The question now is not whether we'll survive the journey, but what will happen if we awaken the force that lies dormant beneath Saturn's cold, gaseous exterior? What if Saturn itself is a beacon, a trap set to lure in those who are foolish, enough to venture too close? As we explore these new ideas, the truth begins to emerge. Saturn is not a planet, it's a prison that holds something so powerful, so deadly, that it could alter the course of human history. And the more we learn, the more we realize that we are on the edge of something far beyond our comprehension. The question is no longer whether Saturn is capable of destroying us. It's whether we're ready to face the consequences of discovering the truth. We've come this far, and now there's no turning back. The journey into Saturn's depths is only just beginning, and the horrors that lie in wait are more terrifying than anything we could have ever imagined. Will we be the ones to uncover what lies beneath? Or will we become part of Saturn's deadly mystery, lost forever in the cold expanse of space? Keep watching, because what happens next will change everything you thought you knew about our solar system. As we venture deeper into the enigma of Saturn, the pressure to uncover its secrets intensifies. The whispers of ancient civilizations, hidden forces and dormant powers become impossible to ignore. The more we learn, the clearer it becomes that Saturn is not just a planet. It's a gateway, a boundary between the known universe and something far darker, something older, and much more powerful. As we continue our studies, a shift in the atmosphere begins to occur. Scientists working around the clock have started to notice strange energy fluctuations in the vicinity of Saturn, unlike anything they've encountered before. These anomalies are not just irregular, they're growing stronger. With each passing day, they seem to pulse, almost as if responding to something that's awakening. And just when we thought we had seen everything, new data emerges, suggesting that these energy waves are not naturally occurring, but are somehow being triggered by our exploration of Saturn itself. We've become the catalyst for something ancient and dangerous, something that had been lying dormant for millennia, and it seems we may have finally awakened it. As the world's top scientists scramble to understand these bizarre energy spikes, a terrifying realization dawns upon us. Saturn's magnetic field, once thought to be an anomaly in itself, is actually a prison, a containment system designed to hold something far beyond our understanding. A being, a force, or perhaps even an entity, locked away within the very fabric of the planet. The moons, with their irregular orbits and strange movements, are not just random satellites. They are the keepers, the guardians of this prison, placed there to ensure that nothing, no one, can escape. Saturn's rings, too, seem to play a crucial role. They aren't merely the frozen remnants of ancient moons or debris, but rather an intricate system designed to control and monitor the energy emanating from within the planet. This is why Saturn has been so heavily studied, why the planet has drawn so much attention. It's not a planet that holds life, or even the possibility of life. It's a tomb, and it has been holding something in stasis for an unimaginable period of time. The revelation of Saturn's true nature sends shockwaves through the scientific community. What had been thought to be the ultimate frontier of space exploration is now seen as a colossal prison, one that holds something so powerful that our very presence could be the key to unleashing it. And just when we think we're beginning to understand the magnitude of what we're dealing with, a new discovery hits us like a freight train. It's not just the energy spikes or the moons that are responding to our probing. Saturn itself seems to be shifting. It's as if the planet is waking up, reacting to the disturbance we've caused. The rings, the energy pulses, even the moons, they're all interconnected. And now that we've disturbed the delicate balance, Saturn's true purpose is beginning to come to light. But what exactly is this purpose? And what will happen if we push too far? As we race against time to unravel the mysteries, we are confronted with an undeniable truth. The planet is alive, in some unimaginable way. And it's not alone, there are others. Across the solar system, strange phenomena are starting to occur. Unexplained, unnatural events that seem to echo the changes happening on Saturn. Our space probes, once safe and reliable, are being sabotaged by forces we can't see. Communications with Earth are becoming increasingly erratic. The further we go, the more it feels as if we're not the only ones in this race. Something else is watching, waiting, ready to strike. In the final moments before we make our next move, a new discovery shakes the very foundation of our understanding. Saturn is not just holding something, it's holding us. The entire solar system, in fact, is being manipulated. The strange energy fluctuations we've been monitoring aren't just a reaction to our actions, they're a trap, one that has been set for millennia. Saturn has always been a prison, not just for whatever entity lies within, but for humanity itself. The forces controlling Saturn have been waiting, watching, and now they're ready to unleash their full power. But why? What is their ultimate goal? And more importantly, what does this mean for us? The plot twists once again, as it becomes clear that Saturn's role in our existence is much greater than we ever imagined. The planet is not just a prison, it's a sentinel, a boundary guarding something far beyond even the horrors it contains. It's not just the physical forces we have to fear, it's the unknown that lies beyond. The vast, empty void where the very laws of nature may not even apply. And yet, it is this very unknown that holds the key to everything. In a final, desperate attempt to understand the true power of Saturn, our team devises a daring mission to approach the planet directly. We have no choice now but to face what lies within, to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. As our spacecraft edges closer to Saturn, the forces that have been dormant for so long begin to stir. The energy pulses become more intense, the gravitational fields more erratic. It's clear that we are being drawn in, pulled into the very heart of the mystery. The closer we get, the more we feel a presence, a consciousness, if you will, that seems to be aware of our every move. And then, just as we prepare for the ultimate discovery, something happens. The planet's rings, those once peaceful, frozen remnants of ancient moons, begin to move, shifting and twisting in a way we've never seen before. It's as if Saturn itself is coming alive, and it's ready to reveal its secrets. But the twist comes when we realize that the planet itself has been waiting for us, not to unleash its power, but to communicate. Saturn is not a prison. It is a gateway, a communication hub, if you will, designed to link our consciousness to something far beyond our understanding. The entity within Saturn, the one we feared, is not an enemy. It is an ally, a force that has been guiding humanity's evolution from the shadows. And as we make our final approach, we realize the truth. The fate of humanity has always been tied to Saturn. We were never meant to destroy it, but to understand it, to unlock its potential, and in doing so, unlock our own. The energy pulse that once threatened to destroy us becomes our salvation. It is a message, a signal, a call to action. And as we stand on the precipice of discovery, we realize that we are not alone in this universe. We never have been. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of inner strength and resilience. Until next time, stay strong, stay brave, and never forget your worth.